and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today we're talking about Blake Lively because I think there may be a smoking gun now in the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni epic feud.
Yes, there's a past interview which kind of proves some claims that Justin Baldoni made in his original $400 million lawsuit.
Wendy Williams, she's living in isolation, and we got some really interesting kind of behind-the-scenes footage of her inside of her
living facility.
We got this footage of her like pressed up against the glass because we had to film it from outside. We're not allowed inside the building. We got amazing footage and audio that we're releasing as part of a Wendy Williams documentary.
Yeah, and it is sad and shocking.
It is. We'll talk about Mandy Moore because one of her in-laws got Amazon delivery delivered to their burnt down home.
Yes, and you see all the charred remains and then a package right in front. It looks bad.
And I had to slip this one in at the end because I got Tom Holland yesterday.
Exciting. Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, Zendaya's fiance.
Mhm.
I talked to him about he's got a non-alcoholic line of beer that he drinks to keep him sober.
Yeah,
Interesting.
common.
Is that common?
Yes.
I think that's a bad idea, to be honest, to drink a beer tasting thing
It
when
is
you're...
controversial, I suppose.
Blake Lively. Oh, by the way, leave your comments. That's
Yes,
you're supposed to
yes.
remember that from now on.
Leave the comments. We are live. Woohoo! Any comments you have about any of the stories, please let us know. Our amazing producer, Branson, is combing through them. Or if you have any comments about us, suggestions, concerns, let us know as well.
So Blake Lively, she revealed in a speech she gave at the Forbes Power Women's Summit in 2022, she revealed her secret plan to take over films. She spoke about how going into any film, she'll play the part of like, I'm just an actress who wants a role, but then she'll bait and switch them and come in and try to switch everything up. Should we have a listen to some of her words now?
Let's hear it.
When I would show up on a set, I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative. Sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do. And so it was a really strange position to be in.
Yes, strange because you basically did rug pull these
Go
people.
over the movie.
She's admitting all of it. She's admitting everything Justin Baldoni claimed.
Right. So if you guys remember in Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against Blake, he had claimed that Blake basically came in and even though he was the director, she just started taking over. She started taking control of the movie. There's a bunch of text messages. Remember, she would rewrote a pivotal scene in the movie, the balcony scene. And eventually Justin claimed that he had to just back down because she was the bigger star and the studio was siding with her. But I mean, it does show there is some truth to that.
Yeah.
Now with her admitting that in the past and that's clip resurfacing. Do I think it makes her a bad person? Not necessarily. I think you can feel passionate and want to be involved in every step of the way. But look, if there is a director, you have to understand, okay, that's that person's job, right?
But it looks like she doesn't or didn't and doesn't want to understand that. Like her general persona on set is someone who's trying to, take things into her own hands, even though it isn't her job. So I think that Justin Baldoni definitely is going to put this sort of thing into evidence to show that
this is her thing.
This is her thing. And so her plan is to go onto set, kind of take over the movie a little bit. And if that doesn't work, she'll sick her dragons on the person. That's what she said. She says she's got these dragons, right? These are part of the text we saw that
Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds.
Right. And that she says she's got dragons and she's prepared to use them. So, I mean, she just seems like a very hard person to work with.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of her reputation, right? Is her and Leighton Meester had a notorious conflict on set
Weekday.
for Gossip Girl. So
XOXO.
XOXO. Do you know who that ended up being?
No.
Oh, I'm not going to spoil it for
Okay.
you.
But yeah, I mean, this doesn't look good for her. I think her brand and Ryan Reynolds' brand, who he's like, one of the most beloved, likable. I don't know. We love Ryan Reynolds. His brand is taking a hit.
Definitely tainted. Definitely tainted.
Okay, on to our next story. Wendy Williams is living in isolation in like an assisted living facility. She claims she's surrounded by 90-year-olds.
Yeah, so this is all part of a new documentary that we have out. Just dropped today on Tubi. It's called TMZ Presents Saving Wendy. And so this explores her guardianship, which now has gone on for years. So remember, there was a guardian that took over. Basically, there was something that was flagged with Wendy Williams' bank account by Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo flagged like, hey, this person's money is being taken advantage of we believe, without her knowledge. So then a guardian came into the situation, and Wendy has been living under the control of this guardian. But Wendy is not happy. So we actually shot footage for the documentary outside of the facility that Wendy is, she says, being held captive in.
The photos of her pressed up against the glass, holding the phone, doing the interview with Harvey, crying, are very powerful images.
Yeah, and I did watch the documentary.
Oh, you got a first look?
I got a screener.
Oh, nice, nice.
And gosh, I know, Harvey's big thing is he feels like Wendy is unhappy against her will. He believes she's fine. And remember, doctors had assessed her. They said that she is permanently disabled as a result of frontotemporal dementia, very similar to what oh my gosh, Sixth Sense, Bruce Willis has. But the thing is remember we saw her in the Lifetime documentary. She was horrible.
That was the concerning thing.
Yes.
Like when we all saw that, I think we all went, "Oh, wow, Wendy is going through something." But I mean,
she was drinking.
That's what
at
we
that
know now.
time. She was drinking, which she says she is now sober. However, my take from watching the documentary, I didn't feel like she was okay.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't at all.
So why do I hear Harvey like around the office talking to people and shouting about how she's fine, she's fine? His perception is that she is not unwell to the point that she needs some form of not conservatorship, because I don't think she's being a conservative. She's just being a guardian.
No, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing?
It's just different. New York, they call it a guardianship.
Oh, okay.
Here, they call it conservatorship.
So, I mean, he thinks she's A-okay, but you're not sharing that opinion?
No, I don't. And also, remember where this is stemming from. Somebody was taking advantage of her bank account.
Yes.
So I feel like if you saw a charge on your account for $10,000 or whatever, you'd be like, oh, no. But for her, it didn't resonate.
Right.
I don't know. Just watching the documentary, I felt like there was definitely something going on there. And look, when we saw her in the Lifetime documentary, for sure the alcohol could have played a part where it made it worse. And maybe without the alcohol, it seems a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But she still, according to doctors, has dementia. So, look,
but a lot of people have dementia and they're not confined like this. And she's locked in she's not locked in her room, but she's locked in this facility.
She says.
Okay.
Remember, this is all coming from Wendy.
So she also says that she can't receive phone calls and she doesn't have the internet?
Right.
Do you think those are both she says things?
Yeah, I think those are legit, but I also think it might be for her own safety.
Okay.
I don't know. Look, you guys should watch this documentary for sure. It's very, very interesting. Well done on our TMZ production department.
Shout out TMZ.com.
Yes. And so, yeah, I'm curious what you guys think as well.
On to our next story. Mandy Moore got a special delivery.
Well, her in-laws.
Yeah, I'm just doing the headline like that because
okay.
Clickbaity.
Okay.
So, I mean, she shared this photo of her in-laws' house burnt to the ground and an Amazon box sitting on their stoop.
Sitting on ash.
It's the most bizarre image. And obviously she was like, huh? She posted the photo and with the caption, "Do better, Amazon. Can we not have better discretion than to leave a package at a residence that no longer exists? This is my mother and father-in-law's home. Shake my head."
Yeah, I mean, it's a bad visual. This is her in-laws that their house was extremely just obliterated during the fires in Pasadena. Mandy Moore, her house in Altadena was partially affected as well. But we reached out and got a statement from an Amazon spokesperson who told us, we've reached out to Miss Moore via Instagram to apologize for this and to ask for more information from her in-laws so we're better able to investigate what happened here. For weeks, we've advised those who are delivering on our behalf in Southern California to use discretion in areas that were impacted by wildfires, especially if it involves delivering to a damaged home that clearly didn't happen here. Like, I know my friend, or Feather too, like her house was completely torched from the Altadena fire. And like, even for her, like packages, they had to get like a P.O. box, and then they have other packages being sent to like her in-laws and stuff. So it's just been like chaotic. I mean, think about like the deliveries you get each month.
It
like,
didn't occur to me.
Happens?
Okay, on to our final story. I saw Tom Holland yesterday at LAX.
Awesome, Charlie.
Thank you very much. And, I would have liked to ask him about Zendaya, but when I started talking to him, he was like, no. Like, he was very no interviews. So I said, bro, come on. I know you just come out with this non-alcoholic beer line named Barrow. Can I just ask you about Barrow? Please, please, please. And he goes, let's do it.
Oh.
So if you're listening live, we don't have it live, but we're going to add it in post. I talked to him and I basically said, what's the inspiration behind, putting out a non-alcoholic beer line? Usually celebrities come out with alcoholic lines.
Yeah.
He says when he got sober, he was an alcoholic and he got sober to help him personally, professionally. And he still had that itch. He still wanted the taste of beer. He missed it. So he came up with this non-alcoholic beer line. I think personally, if you're an alcoholic, tasting a little bit of alcoholic tasting stuff probably is not a great idea. Might be a little bit of a gateway or might tempt you even more, I would think. I'm not a psychologist.
Well, they say it's actually good because, number one, you're not drinking alcohol, right? But number two, a lot of alcoholism stems from people that are showing up to events where there's a lot of influence. Like, everyone has a drink in their hand. And you don't want to be that one person that doesn't have a drink in your hand socially. So what usually like non-alcoholic beers do, like O'Doul's or, one of those, is you can have a drink in your hand and not feel left out.
Right.
So it kind of helps you still be included, and you don't have to feel like, I'm not drinking now, I can't even be around friends that are drinking. Now you can still be there and included without going down the rabbit hole.
Tom said that.
Yeah.
Tom said that. It helps with social sort of stuff. And so good on him, and thanks for talking to me, man.
I know, awesome.
Did not expect that. All right, let's read out some of your comments.
Okay, so for the Blake Lively story, Carrie said, Blake is kind of a diva.
Big
Shauna
time.
said, has she heard all the cancel culture her way? I'm sure she has. J-Lo, okay, someone named J-Lo wrote in saying, Blake Lively is done in Hollywood. No one will ever want to work with her again.
Oh, I love that take.
Oof.
I don't know if I agree or not, but I love everybody coming for her for some reason.
Do we think that Justin's going to have a career in Hollywood?
Big time.
You think
That's the
so?
thing. That's the thing. He's suing her because he thinks he's had like a damages, that
Yeah.
there's been impact to his
Yeah.
career and he's lost out on lots of stuff. I think Blake will be able to prove this whole drama couldn't have been better for him. Like, I think he's more.
Been accused of sexual harassment.
But man, I mean, allegedly he didn't. I mean, I don't think he did anything. I don't think he did anything wrong. I think
we
Blake
haven't
is
really
being.
seen hardcore proof that proves.
And now I know I've heard his name, and now I want to watch his next movie.
Kim said, fulfilled, stealing people's movies fulfills her. Wow.
Right, Kim.
For the Wendy Williams story, PBR said, I am so glad people are finally going to help Wendy. It's been too long. Yeah, and you know what? It has been ruled that, The Guardian has said we should do a new testing on Wendy and determine how she is
That's
now.
fair.
Now that she's not drinking.
Look what happened. Oh, let's see what Charmaine said.
Charmaine said, Wendy is the new Britney Spears.
That's what I was going to say, because Britney Spears, they released her from her conservatorship kind of without doing their due diligence.
Yeah, they didn't do any medical testing.
They kind of just like looked the other way from her medical and mental health. I don't think they're doing that with Wendy, and maybe that's why she's not free.
We also don't know exactly what Britney's mental issues are. With Wendy, it has been revealed. It's
True.
dementia. For the Tom Holland story, Monkey Man said, Charlie, are you a big Tom Holland fan?
You can take that.
Well, both of us, I guess.
I wasn't before yesterday.
Aw. Yeah, I'm not a big Tom Holland fan, but I mean, I saw his movie with Zendaya. I thought he's like cute and
He's cute.
sweet.
I mean, after yesterday, I prefer him over Timothée Chalamet. Chalamet never given me a soundbite.
Wow.
Right.
Bezo Lego said, why is he walking by himself? Just saw on TMZ.
I just saw him. He
Walking
kind
by
of walked.
himself?
He walked past me.
That's
I was
crazy.
standing at
No bodyguards?
no, just the driver,
Wow.
and he just walked straight past me. He got a coffee at Coffee Bean or somewhere like that, and I was like, "Damn, this is going to be great." I'm going to ask him about Zendaya and the engagement.
So much for that.
I mean, I got something.
okay.
It's okay.
And then a miscellaneous comment. Carlos said, Charlie Neff, the bangs are looking much better. Gorgeous.
They're not bangs anymore, though. That's why.
No, they're in the front.
Oh, that's still considered bangs?
Yeah, I'm just.
Curtains.
Well, curtain bangs are more whooshy.
Swept.
They're not long enough to do that just yet. I'm still I'm putting them a little bit more to the side. You guys, a disaster.
The
I'm
amount
never
of
doing
time-
bangs again.
The amount of time we've dedicated to your bangs
I
on this podcast.
I know. I am like,
Enough.
oh.
Enough.
By the way, I have a quick update for you.
Okay.
Remember, I've been having drama with my upstairs neighbor.
Okay. Yes.
She listed her house, and I've heard in the community is officially moving out by this Friday.
That's big news to me. Like, I know we talk about your neighbor a lot. But
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys, it's been a total nightmare for the
your
past
bad
year.
neighbor's moving out. What a
Yep.
great day for
But
you.
now I have new neighbors moving in.
Oh.
Unclear who they are, but they came in, paid like in full in cash.
Okay. Is that good? Hopefully
I
it's
don't
a
know.
single girl.
That's what I'm hoping. Oh
Single.
yeah, no, because then
Not
she'll
party
have
girl.
like
Not party girl.
she'll be bunking in the night.
Single nerdy
I like
girl.
that with a cat.
Yeah, but the cat's footsteps and it smells like piss up there.
Ew.
And it smells like piss in your apartment too, probably.
No, it does not. You've been over.
I've been over.
It doesn't smell bad.
Not great.
Oh, jeez. I can't imagine what your place smells like, Charlie.
All right, Charlie.
All right, Charlie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow.
Bye.